Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Build. I'm going to continue on the adding audio files, but I'm sure you guys how to do something a little bit different with them. So what I'm going to do today is show you guys how to have a unit transmit your briefings, and the advantage of that versus using the triggers like we did in the previous tutorial is it allows your pilots to tune into a specific frequency in order to hear it. Okay, this way you don't have to assign the message to a group, and the advantage here is if you do what we did in the previous tutorial, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it if you want to get some context on what we're talking about. But in the previous tutorial I showed you guys how to assign an audio message to a group, and that means that no matter what that group is doing, whether they're participating in the particular mission or not, they're going to hear the radio message. So what we're going to do today is we're going to mix this up, and we're going to set it so that way the message is transmitted on a specific radio frequency. And by doing so, you can have a group be doing multiple different things, and the only people who will be able to hear it are those tuned into that particular frequency. And the advantage there also is that anybody who's tuned into that can hear it, which means anybody who can hear it can participate if they want. Alright, so here's how we're going to do this. So what we did before is we set up the trigger items to happen at a specific time to a specific group. Well, now what we're going to do is I've set up our commander here, and this is for our Vogba extraction. I've called him Razor 1, and we're going to go to the unit's trigger menus here. And what I've done is just gone to perform command, transmit message, and we're just like we did the triggers, we're going to select the audio file we want. Okay, so we come in here, you find your audio file, you select it. Okay, now when you highlight it, it will tell you the time frame. Keep that in mind because you still have to time it right, just like we did before. Okay, and then you can put your text of the message in here, and then this duration is the amount of time the text will display, not the message, just the text. Okay, so you want to make sure the text is up long enough for someone to read it in case, they have their microphone muted, or, they want to read at the same time. All right, and then everything else, we still do the same. Okay, we still come in here, and we still do our, flag options, but instead of having the sound to group and message to group triggers, what we're going to do is AI task push. We come in here, and it spreads it out for you, which is actually kind of handy. And you just find the selected message and move on down. So next one, just like we did before, time since flag 119 seconds. Same thing. Task push, find your message, boom. And now, this is pretty awesome. What we would do is we're going to go into the helo. Give it a second to load up here. And let me make sure you guys can hear it. So give me just a second. You guys get to see all this fancy stuff here. We're going to bring that up. And I'm going to shut up here for a second so you guys can hear it all. So what I'm going to do is join the helicopter. You're going to see me set the correct radio frequency on the helo, and then I'll activate the mission.
Slick, Razor 1. The NSA has uncovered a terrorist cell base of operation in the Vogba Mountains. It is believed this is also the location of an HVT linked to a local terror group in the area. Intelligence suggests this HVT is responsible for strategic planning, as well as personnel and supplies deployment. The retrieval team, call sign Whiskey, is en route to your position.
Alright, so you guys get the idea there. And again, if you guys want to see how to set up your timing correctly, please watch the previous video. I'll have a link for it in the description below. But anyway, I just thought that might be something that you guys might find interesting. Again, it's really cool because you can also set the radio frequency. So the first thing I did, by the way, I sort of left that one out, is at the starting waypoint, wherever they are, just hit the perform command set frequency, set your desired frequency, your desired modulation. Again, I haven't had an issue with this, but I set the power to 100. And by the way, I tested this with an F-18 way up here over 200 miles away, and he was able to hear it, which is probably unrealistic. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, so it works really far. But I thought that might be a better way to handle this. I got to thinking earlier that, I didn't want, just because a group could be a part of a mission, that doesn't mean they want to be a part of the mission. And if they don't want to be a part of the mission, then why would they want to listen to the briefing? And especially if they're talking to someone or whatnot in chat, or on TeamSpeak, you don't want that radio message blaring in your ear if you have no desire to participate. And this is a way to control that. As long as they're not on that frequency, they can't hear it. And if they are on that frequency, they just change their frequency and boom, it's gone. All right. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is kind of a quick one. I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Bye-bye.